If you've ever taken a late-night bus, you know how quiet it gets. Fewer passengers, dim lights. Long, empty streets. Drivers follow strict routes. Every stop is scheduled. Every passenger is accounted for. But what happens when someone gets on the bus? From a stop that doesn't exist. 3 years ago, a city bus driver named Caleb Turner is finishing his final route in Cleveland, Ohio. It was just after 1:50 a.m., cold, wind cutting through the empty streets. Only 3 passengers remained on the bus. At 2:03 a.m., Caleb slowed down near the next stop. But before he reached it, someone was already standing on the sidewalk, waiting. Caleb had been driving that route 4 years, same streets, same stops. He knew every light, every corner, every sign. The stretch of road ahead was empty, no buildings nearby. Just a long strip of road lined with old trees and a broken fence. There had never been a stop there, not in all his time driving. But the person was clearly waiting, standing still, facing the road. Caleb hesitated. Then, out of habit, he slowed down. The bus doors opened with a soft hiss. The person stepped on. The passenger was a man, mid-30s, wearing a dark coat. No bag, no phone, no expression. He didn't look at Caleb, didn't say anything, just walked past him and sat down near the back. Caleb glanced at the mirror. The other passengers didn't react. One stared out the window. One had headphones in. One appeared asleep. Everything seemed normal, but something wasn't right. Caleb checked his route display. No stop had been triggered. No request signal. No record of a pickup. Still, the man was there. At the next official stop, 1 passenger got off. 2 remained, plus the new man. Caleb checked the mirror again. For a moment, he thought the man had moved. Not physically, but his position felt different, closer, even though he hadn't seen him stand up. Caleb adjusted the mirror slightly. The man was now sitting 2 rows ahead of where he had been, facing forward, still. Caleb felt his grip tighten on the wheel. He hadn't stopped between those points. No door had opened. No footsteps, nothing. The road stretched ahead, empty, streetlights flickering occasionally. Then the stop request bell rang, once, sharp, clear. Caleb looked at the mirror. The man hadn't moved, but his hand was now resting on the pole near the aisle. Caleb slowed the bus, pulled over at the next stop. The doors opened, cold air rushed inside. No one stood up, no one moved. Caleb turned slightly in his seat. "Is this your stop?" The man didn't answer. But slowly, he stood up. The man reached the front, stopped beside the driver, and for the first time, he spoke, soft, flat. "You missed it." Caleb frowned. "Missed what?" The man looked past Caleb, through the windshield, at the empty road ahead. Then he said, "This is where you turn." Caleb felt a cold pressure in his chest. "There's no turn here." The man finally looked at him and smiled. "There is tonight." Before Caleb could respond, the bus lurched forward slightly. The engine still running, the doors still open. But the road ahead looked different. The streetlights seemed farther apart, dimmer. The buildings were gone, replaced by long stretches of darkness. The man stepped off the bus. But instead of walking onto the sidewalk, he stepped into the road and kept walking, straight ahead. Then something behind Caleb shifted. He glanced at the mirror. The remaining passengers were gone, every seat empty. His radio crackled suddenly. Dispatch's voice came through. "Unit 12, respond." Caleb grabbed the mic. "This is Unit 12. Something's wrong with..." The voice cut him off. "Unit 12, confirm location." Caleb looked out the windshield. The street signs were gone. I don't know where I am." There was a pause. Then the dispatcher spoke again. Slower this time. "Careful, Unit 12. That route was discontinued." Caleb's grip tightened. "What?" The reply came quietly. 3 years ago. Static filled the radio. Caleb slowly looked at the empty bus, the silent seats, the open doors, then back at the road, because in the distance, he could still see the man walking. Not getting farther away, not getting closer, just staying there, waiting.